What do you see? What do you see in this painting? What do you see in this photograph? One day a little girl sat down beside an old, wise woman who lived deep in the woods. She pulled out a worn copy of a picture book from her bag. She opened it up and asked the woman, "What do you see?" The woman looked at the picture. It was a simple one of a brown bear. "I see a brown bear," she said. "Brown bear, brown bear. What do you see?" So the woman turned the page and read, "Red bird, what do you see?" And the little girl saw not just a bird, but freedom. A bird that could soar above all the trees, touch the clouds, and sing sweet songs to the wind. While as she watched, the bird took off from the treetops and flew away. Then the woman turned the page and asked, blue horse, what do you see?" And the little girl saw a vast, endless ocean, wild and untamed, powerful yet serene. The waves crashed and roared, reminding her of the immense strength and mystery of nature. As she watched, a school of dolphins leaped and danced through the waves, their sleek, graceful bodies glistening in the sunlight. The little girl thought for a moment, yellow duck, what do you see?" And the little girl saw not just a duck, but hope. A small, fragile creature paddling serenely across the water, unafraid and unfazed. It carried within it the promise of a new life, a tiny flame flickering in the darkness. As she watched, the duck swam closer, its bright eyes shining with intelligence and curiosity. Green frog, what do you see?" The little girl saw a vast, lush jungle teeming with life, vibrant and full of surprises. Exotic birds with feathers like jewels perched on leafy branches, while playful monkeys swung through the trees. And as she watched, a majestic tiger emerged from the foliage, its stripes blending seamlessly with the dappled sunlight and shadows. White rabbit, what do you see?" The little girl saw a path stretching into the unknown, full of twists and turns, leading to a distant burrow nestled beneath a whispering willow tree, a place of safety and tranquility, a haven from the outside world. As she watched, a family of rabbits hopped along the path, their white tails bobbing like friendly beacons in the gathering dusk. The little girl was mesmerized by the fantastical creatures and the magical world they inhabited. But she couldn't help but wonder why these animals were all white. Where were the brown bear, the red bird, the blue horse, and the green frog? They all faded away like whispers on the wind. Was this the only thing she had left? As she pondered these questions, the little girl noticed something peculiar. Each animal seemed to be observing her intently, their eyes reflecting a strange familiarity. Suddenly she realized with a start that these weren't just animals. They were reflections of herself. Each one represented a different aspect of her being, a different part of her soul. The white rabbit symbolized her innocence and purity, her ability to dream and imagine without limits. The yellow duck represented her spirit of resilience and tenacity, her capacity to overcome any obstacle with unwavering determination. The green frog embodied her connection to nature, her deep love for the beauty and tranquility of the great outdoors. The blue horse symbolized her passion and energy, her wild, untamed spirit that yearned for freedom and adventure. The red bird represented her creativity and imagination, her ability to soar to new heights and explore the limitless possibilities of life. Finally, the brown bear represented her strength and courage, her ability to face whatever challenges may come her way with bravery and grace. As she made this realization, the little girl felt a surge of empowerment. She understood that these weren't just animals in a storybook. They were fragments of her own being, aspects of herself that she had neglected or ignored. But now she saw them with new eyes, eyes that saw the beauty and value in every part of her being. With this newfound understanding, the little girl knew that she had everything she needed within her to face the world with confidence and determination. She was no longer afraid. In fact, she was more alive than ever before, filled with a sense of purpose and a deep appreciation for the richness of her own being. She thanked the old wise woman for showing her this and set off on her journey, eager to embrace all aspects of herself and use them to create a life that was truly her own. As the little girl skipped down the path, she couldn't help but smile. She realized that the true magic wasn't in the storybook or the fantastical creatures within it. It was in the journey of self-discovery that the book had inspired. With newfound confidence, she continued on her way, ready to face whatever adventures lay ahead. But as the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the forest floor. The little girl couldn't shake off a growing feeling of unease. The once playful animals seemed to be watching her with a hint of sadness in their eyes. Their silence was deafening, their stares penetrating. Just when her anxiety threatened to consume her, the old wise woman's voice echoed in her ears. "What do you see?" The question hung in the air, challenging her to look beyond the surface. As she pondered the question, the little girl noticed something she hadn't seen before. Each animal was looking away from her, their gazes directed towards the darkening sky. With a start, she realized that they weren't just animals, they were companions. Each one was a piece of her soul, a reflection of her inner world. They were showing her something she had been blind to. As she followed their gaze, she saw it too, a shooting star streaking across the twilight sky, leaving a trail of shimmering light in its wake. In that moment, the little girl understood. It wasn't about what she saw in the animals or in the sky. It was about what they represented and what they showed her. The shooting star symbolized hope, a reminder that even in the darkest of nights, there is always hope for a brighter tomorrow. The animals weren't just reflections of her past. They were guides to her future. They were showing her the possibilities that lay ahead, the dreams that were within reach if she dared to believe in them.
Ow.
With this newfound realization, the little girl felt a surge of gratitude and determination. She realized that she wasn't just a passive observer of life. She was an active participant, a co-creator of her own destiny. The animals weren't just characters in a storybook. They were friends, allies on her journey through life. As the night deepened and the stars twinkled above, the little girl knew that she wasn't alone. She had the love and support of her animal companions, the guidance of the wise old woman, and the hope of a brighter tomorrow. With a newfound sense of purpose and determination, she set off down the path, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. In the end, the little girl learned that life isn't just about what we see, it's about what we choose to believe. The animals, the shooting star, and the old wise woman were all part of a greater tapestry that taught her the importance of hope, determination, and the power of her own imagination. As she continued on her journey, she knew that the lessons she had learned would stay with her forever.